Shit. I wanted to do a bunch of different touch-ups, but I only have one spoon here. I'm realizing. And I actually don't even have any shading needles. Maybe I could outline some tattoos too. Now that would do the trick. I need water though. You can watch me go get water if you want. It'll be right there where that sink is. But I don't know where my wiping shirt is. Do I have one? Oh, yes I do. We're good. We're good to go. We're just going to get some water and some soap, and we're going to make a tattoo happen. Because that's what reality is all about, right? Making tattoos happen? Isn't it? Isn't that what it's all about? And then wiping the soap out of your spoon and calling it good. If you see suds in your spoon, it's gotta be clean, right? That's gotta be a clean spoon. I can't wait till I can stream for Linda again. She's the only reasonable person in this crew. All these other yes men who come on here and agree with me all the time. I mean, I do appreciate it, but sometimes I wonder what their intentions are. You know, before they get here and start telling me our intentions are exactly what you say they are. We don't have any intentions. That can't be true. At least Linda will give it to me straight that I'm stupid. Ever since I started talking about Jesus, all these guys started coming in telling me that's a great thing to talk about. We agree. And I'm like, wait a minute. I thought they were supposed to hate me. Apparently the ladies don't really care for Jesus. That's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to care about, I don't know. You guys figure that out for yourselves. But I don't think it's really for the ladies, the whole Jesus thing. I mean, it is for you. We do it for you, not me to you. Me to that one. And then hopefully the gentleman in your life can show a little Jesus love. Somewhere out there is a Jesus freak who just wants to put his faith in you. Hey, you know what? You're more on time than anybody else in the whole world. I wasn't prepared for today. Before I do this, maybe I could make, dude, my shoulder is messed up, and I found out it's from the way I hold my mouse. The most embarrassing. You're always saying stuff like that. I agree, but a lot of people don't, and I want to get a hold of them. I want to find out where those people are, so I can be like, what is wrong with you? Don't you know? You know, people need to find out somehow. Apparently I have mouse shoulder. What a ridiculous injury to have. Not proud of it. But at least I'm being honest with myself. I don't need to tell you. That doesn't help me. So forget about that. But for a while I thought it was because I thought it was from cuddling with my lady. I thought I had a shoulder injury from cuddling. That's a ridiculous thing to think. I have something I needed to find before I get started. Maybe my sanity. Maybe it was just simply my sanity. Because I am tired. I stayed up all night trying to find out what happened to Stabler's wife, and then she died. And then now we gotta get back to some rape cases. I never watched Law and Order before now. And now that I'm watching it, I'm like, I get it. I get why people watch this show. We have our ink. We have our needle. But I'm not exactly sure what to tattoo today. I guess the answer is all my other tattoos. I could do a little cross. I don't have a cross tattoo yet. That could be legit. I was also thinking about, you know what I was honestly thinking about doing? Is turning this whole thing into a lie. And tattooing, again, my slingshot. And making it bigger. Because I did want a bigger, I don't know why I made this so small. But I was thinking maybe I could just touch that up. Yeah, a little cross is always where it's at. Maybe I could put it on my heart. That would be gay. I'm gay for Jesus. I mean, not sexually, but emotionally. I mean, what a man. What a guy. You know, just putting in the work. Just showing up every day for God. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool move to just, despite all of it, all of the challenges. Look at that kitty. To just keep going, you know? I mean, what an inspiring story that guy led his life by to be written of. Did he know that he was going to be famous for all eternity? Probably not. That's not why he did it. I don't even know why. Nobody knows even. I mean, I guess that was his job. There was a cool passage about how he was about to do a big sermon because everybody was like, "Oh shit, Jesus is here," and his followers were like, "Should we get you some food, Jesus?" And he was like, "Nah. No, he's like, I have food that you've never even heard of. You don't even know about this stuff. My food is my work." And it was like, that's cool. What a cool guy, you know? So that was a good one. I was like, well, I guess if I just give myself tattoos, maybe that will feed me. But no. I don't know if I'm not good enough at tattoos or if I'm not doing them the right way to be fed by them. But ink does not satisfy my hunger. Unfortunately. It truly is unfortunate. And maybe it's just my lack of faith. Maybe if I just tattooed myself constantly, then when you start getting thoughts of like, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty, you just gotta remember, the ink feeds you. You don't need to be buying food and eating food, you know, because Jesus was fed by his just preaching the word of God. So maybe a little cross tattoo. Maybe if I give myself a cross tattoo, I'll never have to eat again. Wouldn't that be nice? But, you know, apparently there's going to be tests. That's what worries me about this whole faith thing. I just dropped my needle. Do I need a lighter? Do I need to burn this thing with a lighter? Oh, boy. Let's do it. Let's just make sure it's safe. Now that's safe. Now that's a safe needle. But it's going to be hot. What if I put it in the ink and it was like, tss? That'd be cool, right? That is the thing that scares me about this whole faith thing. I don't think I'm going to do a cross tattoo right now. Because I want a big one. I don't just want a little one. I'm going to put one right here. But I want to draw it out because I'm going to make it I'm going to make a detailed one. But I'm like, okay, let me follow this path. Let me just be faithful. We're going to start with this rose because it's messed up. It's not finished. I never actually finished that one. And my wrists drop ink easily. You know what, I was also thinking about putting one up in here. We got T-Dot's little protection target. We got my friend Kevin's Worm King. I don't know what this is for, but so we start here and go around. And then these are actually the final ones, so later in my life I'll find out what these are for. So I'm going to need something up here soon, but I need a new friend, because T-Dot's my most recent tattoo friend, so maybe I'll need something up in here for... But yeah, it does make me nervous to be like, okay, let me just follow this faith thing through. But then you read all about it. Read all about it. Jesus suffered despite his faith. Like, wait. So even if you just have faith, like you'll have everything you need, but also possibly burn at the stake? That's not fun. I mean, sure, he came back in a few days after dying, but I don't want to suffer. So that makes me anxious. But apparently, that was his thing. And apparently nobody else is going to have to die on a cross these days. So he's like, don't worry, this is just for me. This is just to prove that no matter what happens, it's going to be okay. And that you can have faith. You're not going to suffer like this. You're just going to suffer a new... Who knows? Maybe even people with faith today do suffer that. And that makes me nervous. Because, the devil doesn't say that if you have faith in him, you're going to suffer. Satan tells you that if you follow him, you're going to get everything you want in this world. Forever. No matter what it is, you can have it as long as you hail Satan. But he's lying. So that's not really you don't really want to follow that. But it is a nice promise. It sounds really nice. It's worrisome that you could you'll still face challenges in this world even with faith in God. But at least God's not lying. At least he's like, listen, life isn't easy. And that's just how it is. But it's going to be okay. You're going to get everything you need. That's a pretty good message. And at least it's true. And I think that's something that actually is true all the time. Everybody's always going through life. And everybody's always making it out. Okay. And like going to heaven and stuff. But I do feel for all the little kids that get blown up and stuff. Kind of awkward. Kind of an awkward situation to have to deal with when there is a God. But that's not God. That's what Satan does. That's Satan's doing, is the blowing up of kids. And then he's like, God, see? Satan tells you that God did it. Satan's like, look what God did! He just blew up those kids! And then you're like, I better follow Satan. And he's like, gotcha. Got another one. Dude, he's such a liar. Don't trust that guy. But I feel, who I feel for? Is the people who just don't know. The people who don't even know what or who Satan is. But I also don't really feel for them because they really do know who it is. There's a lot of people out there now who are just like, oh, hail Satan. That's not how they say it. But they say it like they think it's ironic. They think they're being like funny and cute. But then they go and do like orgies and drugs, and they don't understand that it's exactly what they're saying. Like, you're literally doing the shit that causes evil. Hence monkeypox. Too far. But you know what I mean? Like, everybody knows. Everybody knows when they're doing the wrong thing. I believe that. Even if it's not, even if a gay orgy isn't wrong, whatever you're doing that's wrong, everybody has that little voice in their head that's like, this isn't the best thing to do right now. Like me, for instance. I've got a little voice in my head right now that's like, why are you tattooing yourself? What are you doing? What are you doing out there? Poking yourself with ink. And that is awkward for me. I gotta figure out what that means. That's its whole own issue. I can admit it. At least I'm not going around being like, pfft, pfft, who cares? Who cares what we do with our lives? There's no God. You just do what you want. Tattoo yourself. Technically, I don't recommend tattooing yourself. I don't think it's necessarily a good idea. This is just what I'm doing right now for some reason that I still haven't quite figured out. I guess it's to look cool. I guess I actually have figured it out. See, we all know what we're doing. You just don't want to admit it because sometimes it's a little embarrassing. You don't want to say out loud that you're sucking a bunch of dicks because you miss your dad. Nobody wants to admit that. So they're just like, I like it. I like doing this. Leave me alone. At least I'm not in denial, where I'm like, I'm giving myself tattoos because I want to. I don't even know what I would say. That's how far gone I am with this whole, because I don't even think there's a good reason to do this. You know what it is? This is a good route for attention. Is I can do this, and there's not a lot of other people out there doing live stick and pokes and covering their entire arm in tattoos, in tiny tats. Not a lot of people doing that. Taking recommendations from the crowd. So I'm like, make me unique. I'm like, I want to be unique. Now, honestly, I'm like, I want my dad to see me do my tattoos. Okay? We all make mistakes. No, what I was supposed to find out the reason that I'm pretending to do it. I'm trying to spread the good word while tattooing. I'm trying to talk about Jesus while tattooing, so it makes it okay. That's something I tell myself. I'm trying to save people money so they don't have to spend all their money on tattoos. I'm trying to make people have smaller tattoos so they don't cover their body in ink, they just cover one little nickel-sized spot. That's what I tell myself. I'm trying to make a place for people who are like-minded to gather and feel like they're part of a community. I'm trying to do good in this world. Not really. I just want attention. I only admit that every once in a while. Most of the time, no, I'm actually a pretty self-critical person. Most of the time I'm thinking about how much of a piece of shit I am for tattooing myself. So, I think that's why Jesus loves me. I think I get so many blessings because I just hate myself so much. Not hate, but because I'm just like, Man, what am I doing? I'm constantly like, is this am I gonna be okay, God? Even before I believed in God, I was always like, man, I hope I'm not doing everything so wrong. Except for the times in my life where I wasn't doing that. And that's when I was getting punched in the face. That's when I was I mean, I'm still broke. I'm still super broke. So maybe things aren't exactly looking up or anything like that, but I feel better. Why am I talking about Jesus when I'm giving myself a rose tattoo? This is ridiculous. Oh, yeah. Because Jesus is in everything. Well, there's thorns on it. There's thorns on the rose. And he had a thorn crown. That has nothing to do with this. This is just a tattoo touch up. And sometimes I don't know what to talk about. This is a good one, though. I like this tattoo. There's a little 9. Where is it? You know. You know about the 9 in the rose. We got what we need. Exactly. Now is not the time to be thinking about what we want and what we think we need. Excuse me. And let's not be poor. Let's make a distinction between poor and broke. Because poor is a mindset. When I heard this, may be, people might not agree. But when I heard this, it stuck with me. Having no money makes you broke. But having no it's like having no money makes you broke, but having no ambition makes you poor. Having no growth, having no need for doing better. Poor is when every time you get $1, you go spend it on a scratch it. You realize that you only need a certain amount of dollars, so you just lay around and do nothing. You're like, I'm where I am. I could never do better. Let's not even try. The man is against me. I'm not going anywhere. So you just stay there. And you're just sad. And you just hate life. That's poor. But it's okay to not have any money. Being broke, how many times has every millionaire declared bankruptcy? I don't know. On average, probably, I don't know. It could be any amount of times. But then they come back. They just come back harder. I wonder how many billionaires actually started from nothing. Okay, we may be broke, but we get what we need and we're going for higher and better. Yeah. Yep. That's better than a lot of people. That's better than some people who aren't broke. I feel like, not better. I'm not, let's not judge. But there's a lot of people with plenty of money who aren't going anywhere. And that's not to say that that's like a worse place to be. But that's not where I want to be. I would rather be at the bottom, climbing, striving, than halfway up, chilling. There's a lot of poor people with a lot of money. You could make a lot of money and spend it all on pleasures, and I don't know. I don't know what poor people are spending their money on, but they're not saving it. Now, I'm not saving money either, but I don't have any money to save. I have the mind to say when I get a little bit of money, I'm going to save some. And then, when I get some money, I always spend it on bullshit, but it's the thought that counts, I think. It's literally the thought that counts when it comes to this stuff. Are stick and pokes for poor people? Yeah. And broke people. I don't even think I touched this up properly. It's because it's on my wrist. This is apparently, this is where my tattoos start to fade. This is where we start to get up past this line. When you start to get up on your hand, your tattoos start to get like very faded just from I guess nature. I guess that's just not where they're supposed to go. But you just got to poke them extra, and you got to touch them up more often if you want them there, because you have that opportunity. If you got needles and you got ink, you can keep some tattoos fresh when they're not supposed to be. A palm tattoo. Terrifying, but true. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. You know what I am going to do is on this hand, one of these days I've got a constellation that I'm going to do. And that'll be easier because I have to do it left-handed. And I'm a little anxious about it, so I'm not going to do it right now. I got to get a stencil and stuff ready for it. A palm tattoo. Very interesting. Those fade a lot too. That's something I would actually consider having a machine for. Just so I could really put it in there. But then it's going to hurt. You know how bad that's going to hurt, having a palm tattoo? That's hardcore. That's a hardcore move. But you're right, I should. Or what is should, anyways? Maybe there's another one of these tattoos I could touch up that's faded too much. Maybe I'll do this burning book. That one is also in a tough spot. Or maybe this watermelon could use some touch up on the outline. Or I could outline this frog in black. I don't have enough time. That's a lot of lines. One of these days. Maybe my Katamari guy. He could use a little outline. That would be pretty legit. I've been looking at him for a long time. Why is my camera all fuzzy? What the fuck? Who dares make my face fuzzy? Oh my gosh, now I got my buttons mixed up. This is why you gotta look sometimes. Holy moly. Oh, it's because I held my hand up to the camera and it's on autofocus. Ridiculous. If you're gonna be autofocusing, why don't you frickin' focus on automatically? Ooh, I could do this scorpion. Here we go. This would be a good one to touch up because you can't even tell what it is. Yeah, I'm going to do that. That's a solid one. We'll do that in black. And then it'll have like a blue fade. And it'll be sweet. Cool. I'm glad we got that figured out. That's nice. That's going to be a good one. I've been looking at that one like, why did I do that in blue? For so long. For many, many years. Or a year. For about a year. Roughly. Yeah. That's a good idea. Let's do that. Yeah, that's what I like about stick and pokes. Is you can just... people are always like, but they fade so much. Stick and pokes fade all way too fast. Yeah, you can give one to yourself. So you can just redo it. Get a needle, get some ink, and poke it again. And then it won't be faded anymore. Stupid. Sorry, that's not the nicest way to say it, but what a ridiculous complaint. That's the whole point. You go and get a tattoo machine tattoo, and then when it fades, I mean, I guess it's the same situation. You gotta go get it touched up. But Stick and pokes are just better. How about that? I like that they're, because it's like less ink, and it like goes less into your body. So it's like less dangerous even. Not dangerous, because it all depends on who's doing it. But if you're going to a tattoo artist, he's like chopping your skin up. That machine is poking into you so many like 1,000 times in a row that it like hurts way more afterwards. It like burns up your skin. Where I could probably count the amount of pokes I put in myself with a stick and poke. I mean, it's like hundreds, but it's not hundreds of thousands like a machine does. So really, in the question of like safety and cutting yourself, stick and pokes are the better option. Again, not necessarily safety, but like injury. Like preventable injuries. Like, why would you want to go have a machine like drill into you thousands of times, besides it looking way cooler? I admit, tattoo machine tattoos are bolder and brighter and braver than stick and pokes. I like this scorpion because he's going to have a heart-shaped body and moon-shaped hands. And it's cute. That's a cute way to do a scorpion. I remember when I drew it, I was like, this is a cute way to do a scorpion. And then I did it in blue like an idiot, so it faded a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stick and pokes don't hurt nearly as much as a machine gun tattoo. That's what I'm going to start calling them. That's what's happening. It's not a tattoo gun, it's a tattoo machine. No, it's a machine gun tattoo. And you're hurting yourself. And you don't need to. You could just poke yourself one at a time, and you get exactly the amount of ink that you need. And then you let it heal. Instead of just tearing your whole skin up and then still letting it heal, but it's got more to heal when you do it that way. And then later, when you want to go back and touch up your tattoo, you have healthy skin again. How long does a tattoo take to heal? Stick and pokes heal. They're already healed. I'm just going to put it that way. When you have it's already good to go. The healing process is instant. No, I've had tattoos that peel and hurt a little bit a couple days later, but still. You know what I'm saying? You know exactly what I'm saying. Okay, we got some moons. Now we can get our heart, and then we can connect them, and then we'll do this crazy tail that I've got to figure out what shape it's supposed to be. Nice. I'm glad I'm getting to do this today. I've been looking at this tattoo since I gave it to myself, and been like, that looks like trash. And now it'll still look like trash, but it'll be brighter and more distinct, you know? Tattoo touch-up. That's what it's all about. That's the best part of stick and pokes. I think it's even going to have a better shape than before. I don't know. I don't know if we can do another call soon. I mean, you are very persuasive. But that was a whole pain. Hey! Check 1 for pain. complicated. There was complications. I feel like I have to do a call with somebody else first, so it's not like 2 in a row. I might even have to do a call with like 2 other people before we get you back on. Like Linda, she should get to poke on here. I don't know if I would let May poke on here because it might be weird. We've got tension lately, ever since I called her out. I don't want to get in trouble. Get all talked to about how I'm wrong and shit. This is going to be so cute when it's done. I'm going to be so glad that I did it blue before and then black now. Because it's going to be a whole vibe. A whole blurry vibe. Proof of concept. The tattoo touch-up. This is nice. Your mic was working. I mean, I don't know why either. Maybe it was supposed to work better. Maybe it normally works better. But that seems like about how much you could expect. I mean, unless you have a fancy mic, then yeah, it sounded like trash. But if you don't have a fancy mic, then that was pretty good for what it was. I don't know how I had this legs and arms set up. I'm a little anxious about making up new arms and legs, so let's just go for it. That was connected there. And then this one was connected up here. This is cute. And then, oh, you have an actual mic. It was just using your phone. Oh. Oh, what do you do? What do you do? You're going to have to tell me. You have to tell me what you did to fix that, so that if it ever happens to me, I'll be like, oh, this sounds like what happened to Master Payne. I can fix that the way he did. We're going to do the tail next, so I don't interfere with where the tail's supposed to go when I put the legs on there. And then he's got like another little moon, but like a smaller, it's like a moon that's smaller at the bottom and then long and pointy at the top, so it's got to be a stinger instead of those grippers. We don't want to put another gripper on his tail and have it be confusing about what exactly type of creature this is supposed to be. So we have to extend this stinger out upwards and then pull back the bottom hook. And that would basically cover the shape of a scorpion stinger. It would make it look enough like a stinger that if somebody looked at it, they'd say, that's a scorpion. And that's what you got to do when you're doing a little tattoo, is it's just got to be enough detail that somebody can look at it and say, is that a blank? Is that a blank of what you did? And if their question of what it is if your answer is yes to what they ask you of what your tattoo is, then you did it. You gave yourself a proper stick and poke. If anybody can look at your stick and poke and they automatically know what it is and they don't even have to ask, you did something wrong. It's too clear. You need to make it a little bit worse. Don't be such an artist about it. Try to be more like a caveman, because that's what these are like. These are like caveman tattoos. So your art has to make people go, huh, is that a man throwing a spear at a cow? Who knows? We can only guess based on the lives they were living, because this art is horrible. Is that a scorpion? It would be weird, because he lives in the Pacific Northwest. There's no reason he should be encountering scorpions. Is that a scorpion with a heart body and moon hands, symbolizing who knows what? Is that a symbol for something? Yes. Good job. Good job on your stick and poke. Shit, how many legs does a scorpion have? Are they arachnids? Is it supposed to have 6 legs and 2 arms? Because all my pokes are too blurry. I can't actually tell what I used to put on it. So, let me see. Scorpion legs. Because I wouldn't want to do it completely wrong. You know. Let's find out. I put a brat. Therefore, like spiders, scorpions have 8 legs. Alright. That's enough. That is proof to me. I will keep that in mind as I poke these legs. Because imagine if I just did this and I only put 6 legs. Nobody would even be able to tell it's a scorpion. And that would be a problem. Because then people would see it and be like, I'd say that was a scorpion if it had more legs. And then I'd be like, oh, bad stick and poke. But now, they can count the legs, along with their blessings, and say, I'm going to say, what is a scorpion? And I'll say, ding, ding, ding. Why are you wording your answers that way? But yes, it is the correct answer. Okay. Like the first time I did this is horrible. Okay. But we're just gonna power through it and finish it off. Wow, this is really bad. Oof. I'm gonna be honest. This tattoo just got worse. I just touched up this tattoo, and it got way worse. But we all know what it is, and that's the important part. Now somebody might say, is that a shitty scorpion tattoo? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Congratulations on your good guess. You almost said it was a decent scorpion tattoo, and then you would have been wrong, and we'd all be embarrassed. No, it's a shitty one. That's the point. Not like poopy. Like poor. But not like poor. But yeah, it is kind of a poor. This would be, if this scorpion tried to make a living, his mindset would be bad. Because of how ugly he is. That's a rude thing to say. I was about to say, I feel bad for ugly people, but you shouldn't say that. You should just keep that in your head. Nobody wants to hear that, especially ugly people. They hate hearing that you have pity for them. This is getting weird. That's not going to be a clip. I will not put that in a clip. I should beep that whole part of the stream out. Woo! Do I go over the scorpion again? Let me take another look at it now that I've had my eye off of it for a second. Yep. I'm gonna have to go over that one more time before I hop off. And then it'll be good. That's okay. Dude, my lube is so liquidy from how hot it is. It's so looby. Looby dooby doo. Alright. Too far. This one's gonna work. This pass is gonna do the trick. I need to exercise my shoulder. It hurts. And it's not even from this, but this is contributing. I can feel it. This is another angle that my shoulder does not want to be at for extended periods of time. And yet here we are, just putting it at that angle for much longer than it needs to be. I mean, maybe if I just learned to relax a little. Maybe if I just learned to chill the fuck out, that would do the trick. But no. I choose not to. I choose to be tense all day long. Not necessarily full of worry, but my body seems worried. My brother-in-law was asking me about how I'm feeling lately. And I was like, I don't know. My body's telling me that I'm not feeling good, but my brain is pretty nice. My mind is pretty clear. But that's what worries me. Is that my body's treating me like I'm under a lot of stress, like I'm having trouble passing. My sleep isn't that great. My shoulder hurts. I'm getting acne. You know, all these things that accompany stress and worry. But my brain's pretty clear. I mean, I have to stop myself every once in a while and not be so worried. But it's not hard. I'm not having a difficult time correcting those thoughts. They're not pervasive. They're not like intrusive. I just consider it every once in a while, like, am I okay? That's about the furthest my mind goes away from being in a good place. So I'm like, do I need to start paying closer attention to my feelings? Am I missing something? Am I more stressed than I think I am, and I just don't know it? I feel like that's a lot of people. I feel like there's a lot of that going on, where we're all just pretending to be okay. But I'm pretty sure I'm okay. I don't think I'm pretending. And I check a lot. I'm like, am I okay? Yeah, I'm right here. So I don't know. But yeah, my body keeps telling me, dude, you are not okay. So do I listen to that? But then what am I supposed to do? Exercise and eat right and stay hydrated? What is this, a fucking joke? Maybe that's all I'm doing wrong. Maybe I actually just need to pay a little bit closer attention to my lifestyle choices. But I don't wanna. I just don't want to. I would much rather not. I would much rather pay no attention to my lifestyle choices and just keep on keeping on. As they say in, what is it? What is that? What is keep on keeping on from? If you can accurately tell me before it seems like you Googled it, I'll give you a piece of my hair. I'll send it to you in the mail. First, I need your address. Should I just address it to Bumfuck, Florida? Hello, postman. Could you take this to Bumfuck, Florida? To Master Payne? And he's like, oh yeah, I got this. I know exactly where to take it. Oh, dude, how did your maintenance work go yesterday? Was that yesterday? Did you do it? Or were you faking? Like a faker? Let me know in the comments below. You got me interested. 'Cause that's some good work to get involved in. That's some helpful work. Especially a young man like you. You're starting young. That's cool. I know 30-year-olds that just realized that they can be helpful with their labor. That's good. Did you make some money? I hate to ask. That's kind of a rude question to ask. But yeah, did they pay you or were you just being charitable? I literally know multiple 30-year-olds who just started doing an Afghan rug on a wall in a river house. Shit, that's fancy. Yeah. Old men who are just finding out that they can be helpful to people. They paid you $100. That's dope. That's dope, dude. Good for you. That's where it starts. That's a good chunk for maintenance work. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, that makes me happy. These legs are in all the wrong spot. But I'm pretty sure I distinctly remember putting them in the wrong spot the first time I did it too. Oh, now I really fucked up by making this one curved. Oh, that is so bad. Oh, shit. Oh, well. Now it's just as blurry as when it was blue, but it's like distinctly blurry. This is horrible. What have I done? I have officially messed up this tattoo. Good thing it's tiny. I just learned a major lesson. I am gonna remember this one for a long time. Look before you poke. Every time. Every poke counts. That's another lesson. I'll learn that another time. I'm not ready to memorize that one yet. Just look before you poke. And I'll probably fuck it up again. What do you do? Let's see how this turned out. Nice. Now that's a scorpion. You can almost tell. I don't know. I also went and cleaned and changed the bulbs in those expensive bug killers. Yep. And then doing wasp nests. Oh shit. That is some good work. Nobody wants to do that. That's how you know you're doing something good. That was very helpful. You were a very helpful man yesterday. That's dope. Alright. I'm gonna get the hell out of here. Thanks. Pieces. Look at that. Look at how fucking nasty I am. What do you do? We all have problems. I'm sweaty. You live in Florida.